Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
Wake your ass up, fool. Johnjay and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? Johnjay and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to Johnjay and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
Our phone number is 877-937-1047. It's Thursday, February 13th, Galentine's Day, official Galentine's Day today.
Oh, I did not know that. How fun.
Our phone number, and you can call anytime, is 877-937-1047. You can text us. You text JJR in your message to 96893. And I'm looking at the most recent message from a 520 number. Hey, is Grant? We need Grant in here. Yeah, come in here real quick. It says, this text from a 520 number. For Grant. Grant, I need a recommendation on a last-minute Valentine's Day gift for my husband. I want to get him a good smoking device and some good herb. What do you recommend?
Skip the herb, dude. Go straight to the mushrooms.
Oh, man.
I mean, if I'm being honest here, there's legal alternatives that you could find. But no, good herb? What would you say, Peyton? Like a nice, heavy sativa?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
so
just
I
go
don't...
to your favorite local
Here we go. Hamilton devices. Yeah. Get him a cool Hamilton device.
What is that?
A cool. They make like vaporizers, little like oil vaporizers.
Yeah.
But they make ones that look like little pipes, like old school pipes. I love it, and your husband will love it.
Yeah, and mushrooms are the way to go now.
And mushrooms are the move.
You know what's funny? I was at a restaurant last night, a new restaurant that opened up, and they brought out, my wife would you like a mocktail? Would you like a cocktail? No, thanks. Would you like a mocktail? And I'm like, no, thanks. For some reason, a mocktail to me makes me think of, obviously, a cocktail, no alcohol in it, but all the syrups and stuff.
Sure,
and
they got to have all that.
And I was like, I don't want that. She said, no, this is healthy. This is mushrooms. And I was like,
it's got the lion's mane.
I don't know. It had a whole bunch of stuff in it, right?
Dang, dude.
And coconut milk and all these mushrooms, and then they put an egg in it, right?
Ew.
I know, right? So I was like, ew. And then my wife, Blake, she's like, just do it. It's healthy. Just try it. Just do it. And I'm sitting there thinking, I keep hearing about eggs in the news. Eggs are so expensive.
Can't find them.
Yeah, and I was like, they're just going to throw an egg in this drink so like callously.
Oh, willy-nilly?
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I'll take it. So then I thought it was going to come like in a glass like this, and it came like in a little margarita martini glass.
It came as an omelet.
Like a little it came in an omelet. And it tastes like a milkshake. And I was like, this would have been great for dessert. Not right now before I start my meal. But anyway, it was great. And the reason I went to this restaurant, I saw this doctor post on his Instagram that is one of the healthiest restaurants in town. So I went to this restaurant because everything they cook is with, and this has been a theme on our show for a while, beef tallow.
Oh, there we go. No more cooking,
Right?
no more seed oil. Seed oil's out.
Their big thing on the menu is like, we're no seed oils. We don't cook with seed oils, but we cook with beef tallow. And I don't think I've ever had beef tallow. I know we talked about putting it on our faces. Right? You guys are looking at it, right? Dutch puts it on his face, my son. So I order this steak, and they bring out beef tallow. And I don't know if beef tallow is like this at every restaurant, but it was the most incredible thing. I just wanted to start doing shots of beef tallow.
Oh, really?
How was it delivered? Like,
it came in a
gravy?
little, like the steak came on a plate, and then there was like a little bowl, a little tiny dish.
Yeah.
And it had the beef tallow in it, and you cut the steak and dip it in the beef tallow.
so it's not like marrow.
I don't know.
Have you ever had bone marrow?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where they just cut the bone in
a little
half?
closer to butter.
Well, it was like
oil.
It was like chunks. It was like that. It was all chunky.
That sounds like bone marrow.
It was freaking delicious.
I bet it was amazing.
Yeah, what's the difference? Listeners, call in. 877-937-1047. What's the difference between beef tallow and
Bone marrow?
Bone marrow? Yeah. Hot topic, hot phoner today, guys.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
But, I had an egg yesterday, and expensive. I should have looked at how much that drink costs. I don't even know.
Yeah,
because I
probably
wondered if it was
expensive.
extra because of the egg.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I went looking for eggs yesterday, and I thought, well, the stores are probably out, and I don't want to pay, like, what is it now, $15 for a carton of eggs is what it is now. So I remembered that there's a little farmer's market in front of our friend Kono Vitruccio's farm. I don't know that it's his farmer's market, but it's a farmer's market store. And I figured they always have eggs. So I walked in there yesterday, and there was 1 carton of eggs left. So I pick it up, and I'm walking to the front, but I noticed they are not chicken eggs. They are duck eggs.
Do they look different than chicken eggs?
I opened up the carton, and they look pretty much the same. So I asked the lady up front, I said, can I use these for an omelet? And she said, I grew up with goose eggs, but duck eggs are supposed to be creamier than normal eggs. With the same amount of nutrition.
But they were for sale to eat, not to hatch and have little ducks.
No. They are to eat. They are to put in things that you put eggs in. So I just wondered, also call 877-937-1047. Explain the difference between bone marrow and beef tallow, and what is the difference between duck eggs and regular eggs if you've had them.
Well, did you eat one?
I haven't had one yet.
Oh, man. I was go home and crack one open.
Right
I
away.
was too chicken. No, I was going to try one yesterday. I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to have to do a little research on this. I was all feeling, adventurous at the store, but it was time to open them up and crack one open. I just got a little weird about it.
Yeah, because you're like, do you scramble them the same way,
I
or
don't
like
even
fry them
know.
the same way?
I have no
many
idea.
Questions.
I
How
know.
much were the duck eggs?
They were, I think, $6. So it wasn't like they were crazy expensive.
So you think that if they were that okay, that it'd be all over America now? You don't
would.
need chicken eggs, get duck eggs.
Like,
Dude,
what?
duck eggs right here.
Here's a great
and all the ducks
alternative.
are like, whoa, chill.
Yeah, we're not here for that. But I also hear that farmers are renting chickens now. You could just rent a chicken, Kyle.
Yeah, I saw that, but it's really expensive.
How
like
much?
$100 a month. I'm like, no.
Get your own chicken.
I don't need that many eggs. I'd rather just get a dozen eggs a week. If you do the math, that is a lot cheaper. But that's what I saw. But I'm still trying to convince Scott that we need to buy chickens. I wanted chickens before the egg shortage. And he has vehemently said no several times. But now I have like all the kids are interested in getting the chickens too. So we're like full court press on Scott. We're like,
Plus,
come on, let's get the chickens.
When they're little chicks, if you get them, they're so cute. They're so cute.
But then at some point, the egg crisis will be over, and everybody's going to have too many chickens.
But that's what I'm saying. I wanted the chickens before the egg shortage.
Mm-hmm.
Before, like 2 years ago, I wanted the chickens.
You're going to
You
be
don't
walking
want 'em
around
after.
here in the sales department trying to sell eggs because you have too many eggs.
Like the Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
No, I don't think getting rid of eggs would ever be a problem.
Trust
but
me, it's going to be like when everybody had too many Priuses. I still have a Prius I can't get rid of, and it won't die.
Hey, when you rent a chicken, do they guarantee a certain amount of eggs? Like, that seems so...
No, I watched an interview of 2 people who rented chickens, and they said they rented 2 chickens, and each chicken does like, I think it's like 12 eggs a week.
Wow. Boy,
Well, that's a lot.
24 eggs for 2 chickens. That's a lot of eggs.
that's a lot of eggs. Man, that's so fascinating.
Then you got to commit to the
It's
omelet.
just fascinating that chicken just makes an egg.
Like several, yeah.
It just makes breakfast on
It's
its own.
just so crazy.
Yeah. If you could make toast too, you'd be all set.
Okay, so we got people calling about beef tallow. Oh, we have a beef tallow expert on the line. Liz, good morning. You are a beef tallow expert?
I don't know if I'm an expert, but I know a little bit more than you, which sounds helpful.
Okay, what do you got?
So, have you guys, we're just kind of talking about marrow. So marrow, as you know, is from inside the bone, and there is fat in it, so you can technically make, you know how all squares are rectangles, but rectangles aren't all squares?
Yes.
So it's like that. So you can make tallow out of marrow, but you can't make marrow out of tallow.
Got
Tallow
it.
That's a
purely made from
life lesson.
fat.
That's right up there with you can pick your friends.
You can pick your
You
nose.
pick your nose, but
Tallow
you
is
can't pick
made
your
out of
friends' nose.
fat from anywhere in the cow versus marrow is obviously from the bone.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know if it was healthy. I mean, apparently it is healthy, but it didn't taste healthy. Do you know what I'm saying when I ate it?
Like it tasted fatty, like a
I
butter.
mean, it's
Yeah.
fat. Yeah, it's healthy in the way that like butter would be, or
Sugar.
like eating the fat off of your ribeye, or something like that.
Okay. Well, thank you, Liz.
Ew, sorry.
That doesn't sound good.
Healthy that way.
All right, Liz. Have a great day. Thanks
Sorry.
for calling in this morning. What are you doing? Where are you off to today? What are you doing?
I'm driving to Safford for a meeting.
Safford. Oh, my gosh.
That's where all the beef tallow meetings are. It's a very tight group.
Everyone has to wear like a whole mask, so they're anonymous. And they have a big beef tallow meeting. This year we're pushing beef tallow.
I
Hey, are you a tallower?
brought y'all into the industry.
All right, drive safe, Liz. Thanks for listening.
Yep. Bye.
That's why I love it. We always get answers. Anyway, Kyle, what's coming up? 3 things we need to know.
Starbucks is making some big changes to the way you order. I'll tell you how it's going to be a little different next with Johnjay and Rich.
Here we go. I wake up with them. Get up.
Johnjay and Rich.
So tomorrow's Valentine's Day. So I just thought I'd throw this up on my Facebook. I was like, what's the most romantic thing about your city, right? Let me just read you a couple of these comments. Andrea says, in Loveland, Colorado, you can purchase a heart and they'll post them all around town. So when you're driving, you can see many couple names. It's very cute.
That is cute.
Kevin Love says dumpster fires. Donna says nothing, absolutely nothing. Player capital of the USA. She lives in Glendale, Arizona.
Oh.
Bobby, who lives in New Orleans, says it's an awesome, awesome romantic city. The food and ambiance along the river is unbelievable. And Becky says it's in Indiana. Enough said. That's it. And then Sandy said there's absolutely nothing romantic about where I live in Louisiana. So there you go. Kyle, what are 3 things we need to know?
So those NASA astronauts may come home a little sooner than expected. Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams were only supposed to be in space for 8 days. There was a problem with the Boeing Starliner, so they flew in on. And so now they've been there 7 months. Like, you didn't pack for that, for sure. Like, the duo were to be rescued at the end of March or sometime in April, and now it's expected that NASA will lift off March 12th. And it's not a whole lot sooner, but it might save them a couple of weeks in space.
But how do they pack for food like that? You know, like we're going to go for 7 days. We should bring about 2 years worth of food with us just in case. Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
I think they can drop off supplies. They just can't take them back.
There's no room in Uber Eats space shuttle to go back.
And what's the reason that they can't come back is like, why are they stuck?
From what I understand, they kept having problems with the Boeing Starliner that they flew in on. And so they didn't feel like it was safe to pick them up or something like that. So anyway, lots of people on Ozempic, and now they're saying Ozempic blindness may be a thing. A study found serious vision problems reported in patients taking weight loss medications. Although the study does not prove these drugs were directly the cause, they say the findings do raise concern that rapid improvements in blood sugar levels may be linked to visual issues. Definitely something, if you're feeling like you're taking weight loss medications and you're kind of seeing that, something to consult your doctor on right away. Starbucks has made some big changes to how you order on its mobile ordering system. Now, they say this is all to help speed up service, but if you're that person that picks up Starbucks for your office, it may cause you an issue. They've reduced the maximum number of items online customers can order from 15 to 12. App users can no longer add a splash of milk or lemonade to a refresher. That's not an option anymore for whatever reason. And you can't order a cafe Americano without water on the app. For some people, this is a big thing. The changes, like I said, were made to improve the ordering experience, help out the baristas, and then save the people who are actually coming in from longer wait times.
So do you think there was like employees going, what's taking you so long? I had a splash of lemon in there.
Yes.
We got to stop adding lemon in the apps. Like that's what had to happen, right?
So
Enough
random,
people had to, workers had to complain that the order was late because they had to add a splash of lemon.
I know, but like, if you order a latte, there's multiple things that go into it. Like, it can't take that much longer to put a little bit of water in the Americano.
Right.
Yeah, you would think.
I feel like Starbucks, it takes like one level up and then it takes like one step back. Like, you remember you were telling us the other day how Starbucks is opening up new Starbucks restaurants that are like elevated kind of coffee shop experiences.
Yeah.
I saw one yesterday and I was like, that's cool. And then now I hear this, I'm like, dang, now I can't order a
That's not
splash of
cool.
milk. That is
Make
not
up your mind, Starbucks. Do you want to be awesome or not?
I know. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And that's 3 things you need to know.
It's time for Peyton's predictions. What's the vibe today, Peyton?
Well, in honors of Valentine's Day tomorrow, I'm going to tell you the romance red flag for every zodiac sign.
Question. This is the ones that people need to look out from you, or if you were this person, this is what, if you were like a Virgo, this is what you look out for.
Well, so, Rich, you're a Pisces,
Yeah.
so I'm going to tell you the red flag that you look for in other people.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Jen, what's your sign?
Aquarius.
Okay, Jen, for Aquarius, this is the red flag that you look at other people. They think that you're weird. Aquarius, your quirky brain is a gift, and if they don't show interest in your niche interests or your conspiracy theories or your strong opinions on aliens, they don't deserve you, and you need to keep it moving.
Yeah.
That is so fun. I love it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Hey, Jules.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, what's your sign?
Cancer.
Okay, Cancers, this is the red flag that you guys look for in other people. Cancers, they aren't into quote-unquote labels. Cancers, you love. And if they start with the let's just see where this goes speech, you already know where it's going, and it's going to Heartbreak City, and you are not interested because you're going to be the only one ending up crying. Protect your heart, bestie. If they aren't into labels, then they aren't into you.
Thank you. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jules. Hello, Will.i.am.
Hello.
What's your sign?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, the red flag that you look in at other people is if they don't like to travel. Sagittarius, if they think adventure means going to the other Target across town, that's not going to work for you. You need someone who will book a spontaneous trip with you and not stress about PTO.
Where?
Thanks, William.
Thank you.
Remember I told you I got into a fight with my wife the other night driving home, and it was quiet, but before he got quiet, I was arguing about I'm on no sleep, been up 19 hours. And it was like, you were arguing about whatever. I'm like, you know what? I don't like to travel. You always want to travel. I hate traveling. I don't ever want to travel again. Look back, it's so stupid.
You said that part?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh,
I think you mean that, though, kind of. You don't want to go
on
anywhere.
vacation. I'd rather stay at home. I'd rather go somewhere.
I feel like we need to read the Virgo red flag right now.
Oh, really? Okay.
The red flag that you look for in other people, Johnjay and Virgos, is if they are too spontaneous. Virgo, you love a well-planned life, and if they text you, hey, want to fly to Vegas with zero notice, you'll already have an anxiety attack. That should be fun and not chaotic.
Oh, that's good.
That is dead on.
Melissa, what's your sign? Good morning.
Gemini. Good morning, Johnjay.
Good morning.
All right, Geminis. The red flag that you look for in other people is if they say they don't really text much. Gemini, you were born to communicate, and if the person you're talking to takes more than 24 hours to respond and they claim that they're not really on their phone, they're either one, lying, or two, living in 1825. Either way, next.
Love her.
Yes, Melissa. All right. How about for Libras?
Yes, Kyle, my Libra, the red flag that you look in other people is if they have beef with their ex or anyone else. Libra, you're all about balance, and if the person you're talking to is constantly talking about how crazy their ex is, and spoiler, they are probably the problem, but you run before that you become their next villain in their breakup story.
100%.
You don't want to hear
Oh,
about
sure, they were crazy. I'm pretty sure you made them that way.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've heard you say that a lot. Like, if somebody calls me crazy, you're like,
What'd you do? What'd you do to make them a little crazy?
do?
How about Pisces?
Pisces, Rich, it's a red flag for you if they never remember the little things. Pisces, if you mention your favorite song and they still don't know it a month later, or if they forget your coffee order, or if they don't appreciate your deep poetic soul, you deserve someone who sees the magic in you.
How many times have I tried to play a great song for somebody or show them something like, I'm not interested. They're just done.
Exactly, red flag.
For Leo.
Leos, the red flag that we look in other people is if they don't hype us up. Leos, if they don't compliment our outfit or hype up our selfie or acknowledge the fact that we are the moment, what are they even here for? We Leos, we deserve a cheerleader and not a critic.
All right, if we get to your sign there, I'll post it on our website at johnjayrich.com. Good morning, Johnjay and Rich. Thanks for holding.
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, thank you.
I'm 10 years old, and I'm blind.
But you listen to them?
But I listen to you guys every morning.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Tiago. Thiago.
I love that name.
What do you like to do?
Thanks,
What do,
Johnjay.
what do you like to do for fun?
Well, what I like to do for fun is just hang out and relax.
That's fun to me.
That's my
That's
favorite
amazing.
thing. What are you watching on TV?
What's your favorite movie right now?
I don't know.
Tell me.
Okay. My most favorite movie is
You can say SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, it's a good choice.
That's my
Yes,
favorite.
we love
What
SpongeBob.
amazing energy you have. How do we get some of your
Thank
energy?
you.
You sound amazing.
Because I'm your biggest fan.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I only have one brother, and this is my little brother. Come on, say hi. Hi, Dad.
Oh, what an awesome family you have.
Thank you.
What part of town? Where do you live?
In Monmouth, Oregon. I've been trying to win the $1,000 pay your bill.
What are you going to do? What do you do with $1,000?
I'm going to buy Tony's. It's like a little, like, they have, like, little figures, like characters, and then there's, like, a little box, and then it, like, plays music and stories and stuff.
They're called Little Tonys, like they're little Italian guys. Hey, what are you doing?
That's funny.
You're so funny.
Well, can we give you a big radio hug?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go, everyone. Give him a big old hug. Oh, there you go.
Everyone.
Have a great day. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much.
Drive safe. Bye.
Bye.
Want to talk or throw some shade?
Oh, yeah. Call Johnjay and Rich, 877-937-1047.
Time for stacks and hacks. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. This is pretty funny when you think about it. So the sheriff's office in Florida posted a story about a woman who was wanted. Her name was Panky Richardson on Facebook. And Panky gets on and replies to it. She says, I ain't hard to find. Do your job.
Wow.
What would you do if someone offered you $100 to switch seats on an airplane? Someone says it happened to them, and they said, we'll do it for free. You could just have my seat. And the person insisted I give them $100. Isn't that nice?
That's pretty cool.
Right on.
Had to be Southwest. I feel like we've talked about this before, but I just saw the headline. Joann Fabrics is closing half of its 800 stores.
Oh, that's so sad.
We've talked about this a lot on the show, about the perfect nap, because I know Kyle will take like a 2-hour nap, right? Peyton will take a long nap.
Yeah.
I try to do 20 minutes if I do nap. Well, I have the answer, and then I don't have the answer. It says, new research says the perfect nap time is at 1:42 p.m., and the optimum nap length is 51 minutes, meaning you'll wake up at 2:33 p.m. If the nap goes longer than that, at around an hour and a half, it could do more harm than good for your momentum and energy levels. If it goes on for 2.5 hours, then it officially becomes a full sleep session. For some people, 51 minutes could be too long. One sleep expert said the perfect nap should be 20 to 30 minutes long. So then again, here we are back to when's the perfect nap.
Right.
NASA says 26 minutes.
That's what I keep hearing. They say, like, if you really want to do it right, take a shot of espresso, then lay down for 20 minutes. And when you wake up, the espresso start kicking in and
I've done
wake
that
you up.
before.
And that does work.
I did it a week ago. It just amps you up. Valentine's Day tomorrow. So there's an article about gifts that you definitely should not get and gifts that you should get. What do you think are the worst Valentine's gifts?
Cleaning supplies.
Interesting. Number 3, there's the top 3 worst Valentine's gifts are bath salts. Salt is a cleanser and a purifier, so the gift of bath salts will help rid the receiver of any negativity in a relationship. But if you are a toxic partner, you will be cleansed away.
Oh, interesting.
Alcohol is number 2. The word alcohol comes from the Arabic word alcohol, which links to both early cosmetics and spirits. The word ghoul derives from the same source. So you don't want to give alcohol because you could be a ghoul. Lingerie. They say, since underwear covers most of your private areas, it represents a desire to hide something. Your partner may be sending you the message that they are keeping something from you. The best gifts: kitchenware, scarves, chocolate, and watches. Watches is number 1. A watch represents the gift of time. By gifting a watch, you're promising your partner that you'll be present for them.
That's
Interesting
nice.
subliminal messages.
Uh-huh. So Richard over here has got the Ford F-150.
I do.
For 42 years, it was the number 1 best-selling truck.
As it should be.
It's not now. It's number 2.
What is number 1?
What do you guys think? What do you think of the top-selling cars of this year?
Tesla.
Tesla Model Y is number 4. Tesla Model 3 is number 16.
Jeeps.
Jeep.
Broncos.
No.
I see a lot of those Volkswagens around, those Atlases.
Top 5 is the Chevrolet Silverado. The number 4 is Tesla Model Y. Number 3 is the Honda CR-V. Number 2 is the Ford F-150. And the number 1 best-selling car, first time in 42 years, is the Toyota RAV4.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Well, they are bigger now. They are pretty cool.
So Chili's has come out with their own country song. It's called Ride the Dente. It's all about their most famous beverage, the Presidente Margarita. The song was condensed in the 30-second ad. It's going to debut this Sunday during the Daytona 500. I have it, and it's pretty catchy.
Chili's famous Presidente Margarita. Chili's, it's a lifestyle choice.
I feel like they put that through the AI generator
Seems
that
AI-ish.
my husband does all the songs through.
So Kendrick Lamar, get this fun little Super Bowl fact. And this is pretty funny, actually. Kendrick Lamar got more rushing yards of the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. He traveled 145 yards during the Super Bowl halftime show. The Chiefs got 49 yards. What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
You ever wonder why your pillow goes from cloud like heaven to sad and lumpy pancakes? It's terrible, right? And you're like, I need a new pillow. And then you hear, well, if you bang them on the door, it'll work. Well, that doesn't work as well. Is this hack the fix-it-all hack for you? Here's how you do it. You toss your pillow in the dryer. Of course, I'm going to say dryer sheets because that's amazing. It'll make it smell good. And then a couple of tennis balls. The bouncing balls beat out the clumps and redistribute the filling and restore that pillow to its hotel-like plushness. You can thank us later because that is going to save you from buying some new pillows. That hack can be found at johnjayandrich.com.
The text line, you can text us anytime. You text JJR and whatever you want to say to the number 96893. Now, we got a text here from a 307 number. And this person's text is something I've been saying for years. We get little snippets of this. But here's what the person's text said. It said, hello, Kyle's vocals, Fergie and Jesus combined. Was not expecting those chords when she was singing the Kelly Clarkson game. Right? Peyton, I saw you go, whoa.
That's comedy. You guys are hilarious.
You've given us bits and pieces over the years. So I asked Noah to pull the clip of you.
No.
Just a clip. Just listen.
No.
You can sing, damn it. You can sing.
Play the 5-second one.
I say, or should you go?
Get it, Kyle.
I told you, Kyle can sing.
That's pretty strong.
Come on, that was good.
That was good.
I mean, you do have a karaoke machine.
I enjoy singing, but I also know probably other people don't enjoy hearing me sing.
Okay,
I'm
Look,
okay admitting that. It's fine.
Ever in your entire life, did you ever take singing lessons or anything?
No.
So you're just a natural.
No, I'm not a
Yes,
natural.
you are.
No.
You are. Rich, you have singing coaches.
Yeah, that hasn't helped me at all.
Oh, I know, mother of God. No, I was going to say bring her in, but no, probably not. Like, what if we just stumbled upon something here where, like, Kyle's like a real singer that doesn't even know you're a real singer?
Oh, my gosh. This is what we should do. Kelly Clarkson does it on her show. Why are we not doing Kyle-okie on our show?
You guys, that would be terrible. No,
and only Kyle sings.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's something we eventually should explore. For real. All seriousness. What if you're some sort of savant? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Or prodigy? What's the word I'm looking for?
Either one of those works, actually.
Right.
You're setting yourself up for disappointment
No
on
way.
that one.
No,
Yeah.
I think it'd have to be like a real session where the person's really coaching you and like you, because you probably come out and go, "You're the one that I want." No, sing it from the diaphragm. Do it the right way.
Bring a producer
Do
in.
it the right way.
Like, funny.
Right, like I find it hard to believe that you singing in the car with your friends and your family growing up, that none of them said you can kind of sing.
No, my sister would say, "Hey, who sings this song?" And I'd be like, "It's Britney Spears." She'd go, "Let's keep it that way."
I love that.
I get that.
I remember one time I was singing in the car with my mom. It was a song called "Playing with the Queen of Hearts," and I was singing it. My mom said, "Mijito, you're a really good singer." And that gave me the inspiration I needed to continue singing. And then I realized I was a terrible singer. So that's why you should always be honest with your kids. All right, so today's Galentine's Day. And when I think of Galentine's Day, I also think of Kyle because she just had Galentine's Day, and you have more friends than than most people I know, and I don't know a lot of people.
I like gals.
Yeah, you like gals. Galentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day just for gals. So poll looked at how many good female friends the average woman has. And 44% said 4 or 5. But these are the top qualities women look for in those friends. So let me know if this fits your friendship group. And you too, Peyton. Religious beliefs, is that important? Mm-hmm. That's 2%. Intellect? Nah. A fun-loving attitude.
Yes.
A similar sense of humor.
Yes.
And the number one thing that Galentine friends look for are common interests. That's the most important thing. 60% said it was an important thing. Does that fit with you, Peyton?
Yeah, all of them except for the first one. The first one doesn't really affect me.
Which is the first one?
The religion one. Yeah, but the common interest ones is very true to me. Like, I have 4 or 5 best friends, and we all grew up playing basketball together.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm. Okay. So with that, you guys, it's a special day.
And Johnjay's got a game for you.
I got Galentine trivia. These are all Galentine TV shows. Galentine TV shows. Kyle, 4 senior women, Blanche, Dorothy, Rose, and Sophia, share a house in Miami.
Golden Girls.
Yes, Rich, Carrie, Miranda, Charlotte, and Samantha navigate love and life in New York City.
Sex and the City.
Peyton, I hate to drop a hard one on you. Abby and Alana are 2 best friends getting into wild adventures in New York City.
Abby and Alana. Is that?
No.
I don't know.
Broad City.
Okay.
Who would get that?
Never heard of that.
Okay, Peyton, I'll give you another one. This is the show that aired on Freeform. Jane, Kat, and Sutton take on life, love, and careers at Scarlet Magazine.
Scarlet Magazine, the series.
No, the bold type.
Okay.
Oh, that's a clever title.
Kyle, Netflix show with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin play 2 women who have an unlikely friendship after their husbands leave them for each other.
Grace and Frankie.
Yes.
Love that show.
Rich, 4 young girls run a babysitting business while navigating middle school.
Babysitter's Club?
Yeah. Like it's right there.
Yeah, that's kind of an obvious.
Peyton, a group of suburban women, including Bree, Gabrielle, and Susan, uncover secrets on Wisteria Lane.
I don't know. 90210? Pretty
Nope.
Little Liars?
Rich?
Desperate Housewives.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember how big that show was?
That was
Yeah, it was
massive.
So huge.
Kyle, Leslie and Ann Perkins prove that waffles and friendship make the perfect duo. It's the show that originated Galentine's Day.
Oh, is it Parks and Rec?
Yes. Peyton, best friends Issa and Molly tackle love, work, and personal growth in Los Angeles.
Insecure.
Yes. Rich, group of wealthy moms, including Madeline, Celeste, and Jane, have their lives full of secrets and scandal.
That sounds amazing. I want to watch it, but I don't know what that is. What is that?
Anybody know? Big Little Lies.
Ah. I
A
did watch
group
that.
of women enter the world of professional wrestling in the 1980s in Los Angeles. I remember the show. Peyton.
The Wrestling Girls.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Good job.
You're lying.
No, it's called Glow.
Oh, I was like, no way.
Wow.
Peyton, a group of LGBTQ women, including Betty, Shane, and Alice, navigate love and friendship in Los Angeles.
I have no clue.
Anyone? The L Word.
The
Did you hear
L
that?
word.
Kyle, a single mom and her teenage daughter are best friends in this quirky town of Stars Hollow.
Ginny and Georgia?
No.
Georgia and Ginny?
No. Anyone? Anyone? Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
Kyle, a trio of sisters. Prue, Piper, and Phoebe discover they are powerful witches.
Oh. It's this is
Charmed.
Oh, I was thinking Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Rich, a doctor and Southern socialite played by Sandra Oh and Ellen Pompeo form a deep friendship in Seattle.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yes. Peyton, Max, and Caroline try to build a cupcake empire while waitressing in Brooklyn.
Max and Caroline.
Mm-hmm.
The Bakery.
Anyone?
Two Broke Girls.
Two Broke Girls. Kyle, this hilarious movie starring Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, Rose Byrne, Melissa McCarthy, and Ellie Kemper follow a down-on-her-luck maid of honor. She navigates friendship, drama, wedding chaos, and outrageous mishaps.
Bridesmaid.
Yes!
Yay!
And that's my Galentine Day trivia. Oh, God, this is a song I used to sing.
Yeah, this is a song that Johnjay's mom said he could sing really good. Took me a little while to find it.
Johnjay, let's hear it.
Oh,
Come
God,
on.
I got to get the hook. If it's so late.
Midnight.
And I'm working on the 405.
She's right.
It's when I go Queen of Hearts. Okay, watch. I'm going to try to sing it. I'm going to sing it serious. I'm going to try to sing it, okay?
Like karaoke serious.
No, more serious than that. So I'm driving, Mom's driving. I'm in the front seat. Got the I love the Queen of Hearts. No one that is really smart. Joker is the only fool who would do anything for you. Made my life a lie. Wasted my life a crime. That's what I have to do to keep me away from you.
That's a slammer.
Imagine this Mexican woman listening to that song. And I'm singing it. That's what happened.
That's like a very cute visual.
And then my mom telling me I'm a good singer. That's so, like, was she pandering to me? Because it was terrible. It was like right after the 8th grade dance or something.
You know who's a good singer? Queen of Hearts. She's a good singer, Queen of Hearts.
All right, let's switch gears. It's time for War of the Roses right now. We got Maeve on the line. So, Maeve, what's going on in your world?
I think my boyfriend's cheating on me with my friend, and I think they're together right now.
Oh, that's a big one. And tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Kyle, do we take this case?
Obviously.
We have to. Maeve, stay on the line. War of the Roses starts next.
Is it that sweet I guess so? That's that me espresso.
Not only do you need to know if they're cheating, you deserve to know the truth. War of the Roses, right now with Johnjay and Rich.
It's Johnjay and Rich. Time for War of the Roses. And it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. Oh, I hope you don't break up a relationship, you guys. Maeve, hi.
Hi.
I hope you don't break up your relationship, Maeve.
I know, but
You think
I don't know.
You think someone's cheating on you, Maeve?
I do. I think my there's something suspicious happening with my boyfriend right now, and I don't know. I'm like freaking out.
What's going on? What's so suspicious? And how long you guys been together?
About 2 years.
Oh, what's suspicious?
So I was in the car with my friend the other night. After we had a few drinks, and I had asked her to take me to my boyfriend's place. And we were about a mile away from his house, and I asked where and how she knew where he lived. And she tried to gaslight me, saying, "Oh, well, you must have had more to drink than you thought. Don't you remember we called him when we left the bar?" And, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I do not remember calling him. And she was weird about it because she was, like, brushing me off. And it's been bugging me because I've always kind of felt like they've been a little too comfortable around each other. And to me, this just felt very, very weird. So then now my boyfriend's out of town for work, and he's barely texting me back. And my friend, she told me that she was going to her cabin up north. And it's weird because she's never mentioned having a cabin before. And we've been on tons of girls' trips to cabins. So obviously I would know about it.
She tried to gaslight you on that, too. Don't you remember? You helped me buy the cabin up north. You were there.
Yeah, it's just weird. Things are feeling off right now. And I just need to know what's up.
So when you're in the car with your friend and she's trying to gaslight you, are you like, okay, well then show me that you called him? Or are you like sitting there and like you're getting so mad that you don't even think of that in that moment? Because I feel like I'd be like, hand me your phone.
I didn't even think about it at that moment because, again, we had a couple of drinks. So then I was second guessing myself thinking, did we call? Or like, did she call when I went to the restroom or something? You know,
it's too bad you were buzzed. Because you could have read that. How do you know how to get to my boyfriend's house? You could see the panic in her eye trying to come up with something if you weren't buzzed. But
that's
since
really weird.
It's bizarre.
Like that would make.
And I just keep replaying it, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. I know we didn't call him. There's no way she would know where he lived.
Okay, so what's your boyfriend's name?
Ezra.
And what's your friend's name?
Claudia.
Okay. So you hang tight. We're going to take a break. We're going to get him on the phone and see who he sends flowers to. Does he send them to you, Maeve, or Claudia, or somebody else? We'll find out. War of the Roses continues next with Johnjay and Rich. We're in the middle of War of the Roses. You've got Maeve. She thinks her boyfriend Ezra of 2 years is cheating on her with her friend Claudia. Right? Because Claudia knows where he lives. She said she was going to a cabin up north. Maeve says, we've rented cabins all over the place. She's never once said that she had a cabin up north. So it's really confusing. So there's lots of, do I say red flags?
Yeah.
Red flags. Lots of red flags. Maeve, are you ready for us to call him?
I'm ready.
Kyle, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it, you guys.
Hello?
Is Ezra available?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, perfect. Just the minute I'm looking for. It's kind of your lucky day. So my name is Jackie. I'm with a new company. We're called J&R Flowers. Remember that? That's kind of the whole point of this. You've been chosen to be one of our micro influencers. So Ezra, what this means for you is you get to send our most romantic bouquet of flowers to whoever you want, and it's totally free. All we ask in return is that you kind of post about us on whichever social media platform you use the most, and we get a little bit of marketing out of it, and that's how we don't need to charge you for it.
Yeah. I need to get out of bed real quick. I'm with somebody I don't want to wake them up. One second.
Okay, perfect. Maybe this is the person you want to send these to. That's great. I'll hold. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. You're sorry. This is a little. I was gonna wake somebody up. I'm awake now. You're saying flower. What about flowers? Sorry.
Okay, so you get to send someone special, which sounds like you may have someone special, some roses. And it's totally free. It's our pure passion bouquet. I don't need credit card information or anything like that. Just hopefully you'll post about us on whichever social media platform you use the most. And we can actually get them sent out today. We usually send a little card out, and that's your chance to sort of personalize it. I already said, they're romantic, and it is the season of love. So it's a really great opportunity for you.
I'm not posting anything. I'm not going to post.
Oh, you know what? It's kind of a word of mouth campaign. So even if you tell some of your friends about J&R Flowers, we're happy with that. We're not going to hunt you down or anything like that, but we will send the card out. And that's really the only information I'll need from you to get this ball rolling. You just let me know the message you want to write on the card, and then we'll talk name and address, and we can actually get them sent out today or tomorrow if you'd like.
Okay. So just one other thing. Do they have to be delivered today or tomorrow? See the person that I'm with that I was being quiet around, actually, she's with me right now, and I was hoping they'd maybe be there for her when I get back. Could we push the...
Sure, we can do that. Yeah, just let me know the message, and then we'll talk name and address, and I can look at my calendar and see what we've got available.
Okay. All right, cool. So then, what else do you need? You just need carding or something?
Yeah, whatever message you want to write. Some people are lovey-dovey. Some people get flirty. It's just your chance to say what you need to say to this person who's so special to you.
Okay. On the soft thing. Thanks for spending the weekend with me. And the next sentence would be, I'm so in love with you.
That is perfect. Okay, thanks for spending the weekend with me. I was so in love with you. Do you want obviously love, Ezra. And then who did you want me to address this to?
Claudia.
Hold up. Wait a minute. You've got to be kidding me. I knew it. Did you just say you're sending the flowers to Claudia?
Maybe.
Ezra, hello? Are you with Claudia right now?
I'm sorry.
Oh, do not play innocent with me right now. I just heard you admit it. You're out of town for work, but you've barely been texting me back, and now you're sending her flowers with a message that says, I'm so in love with you? Really?
Explain. I don't want any... Look, Claudia's been a good friend to me.
A good friend?
So...
A good friend? Is that what we're calling her now? I don't know what's more shocking, the fact that you're sending flowers to her or the fact that she's spending the weekend with you while I'm sitting here questioning everything.
By the way, let's jump in and let Ezra know. Ezra, you're on the radio. Can you stop moving around a little bit because your phone's cutting out? It's very important that
I
we
feel
hear
like
this.
he's pretending that it's cutting out, so she doesn't.
So Ezra, you're on the Johnjay and Rich radio show, War of the Roses.
This is a lot all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I'm on the radio?
You're on the radio. Don't talk too loud because you want to wake up Claudia. Be a little respectful.
We can wake her up.
Maeve is about that smoke right now.
Were you going to ever break up with Maeve, or are you just going to let this roll for a while?
It's a little awkward being on the radio and addressing this.
You're telling us.
You might as well, because...
You're making this a bigger thing than it is, okay?
It's kind of a big deal when you tell someone else you're so in love with them when you have a girlfriend. That's kind of a big deal, right?
I'm not sure how much I'm into talking about this on the radio, okay? If we can just...
Yeah, but here's the thing. You're sending her flowers while I'm trying to piece together all of these lies.
I understand.
And I'm sorry, you really think I'm going to buy that excuse?
I'm telling you, I'm uninterested in talking to you about this on the frickin' radio.
Don't you think
okay?
she deserves more than that? I mean,
like you literally have another woman in the bed right next to you right now. Like, and the thing is you could have really played this off if you had a little bit of game. You're with Claudia at the hotel. Might as well just send the flowers to your girlfriend back at home to cover your tracks, dude. Like, at least if you're going to cheat, be smart.
I'm not doing this.
That's smart.
Well, you know what? How about if you're not going to do it, then put Claudia on the phone right now.
Okay.
If you don't put her on the phone right now, we're done, Ezra.
Okay, I guess we're done then.
Wow.
Well, happy Valentine's Day to the three of you.
Oof. Brutal. You deserve so much better, Maeve.
You can do better than Ezra.
I gotcha. Better than Ezra.
I'm not sure like how into jokes she
You know
is
what?
right now.
I didn't care for him when he said
But you
that he
get it,
would
though?
not
I
be.
get it.
You get it?
He said he would not be posting the flowers. I didn't care for him right then because he did not agree.
Oh,
to
yeah, I
post
know
the
it's funny. I
flowers.
was kind of in my head going, we're giving you free flowers.
Yeah,
you
you're
want
going
to
to post about it?
Yeah,
At least put it on the under.
We haven't had someone say that before. All right, Maeve, sorry about that. But you were right. You saw the signs. You got to trust your intuition. And that should be a message for most women. Trust your intuition.
Yeah.
Because it's right. I believe in it. Maeve, Ezra, thank you for being on the show with us.
Thank you.
Maeve, the force be with you.
Yeah.
Not the 10.
Johnjay and Rich for the Roses.
I wanna be next to you.
Hello, good morning, Johnjay and Rich. Can I help you?
Hi, I was calling about the silly things you get in a fight about.
Yeah, something tiny, very tiny. You got into a massive, massive fight. What's the story?
So my husband and I used to watch The Sopranos, and I said that Tony Soprano was sexy, and he hated it and was like, I can't believe you would ever think that a mobster is sexy, and we didn't talk for almost a week.
Oh my God! Like when he was like, "What? Who did I marry?"
Yes, and he was like, have you seen what he does? He kills people, and he's fat. Why would you ever think that that guy is sexy? And I'm like, well, he's just an actor. Like, it's not like I'm going to go meet him.
Right. That's so funny. That is brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Yes. Have a good day, guys.
Rich, good morning. Little thing that started a big argument. What happened?
Well, the way I explained this, look, the way my wife, I know I was talking about the fact of when the guys are watching a game and we're losing, right? What I get upset is the fact is we're not upset at our wives. The wives just comes knowing the fact that we're already upset, right? Because we're losing the game, or we just upset. They come and start throwing us on these TikTok reels and, oh, look at this and look at that. And knowing the fact that we're already upset, right? They would just want to throw us all these things and ask us 10,000 questions. And we're like, what the heck? You know what? We're trying to watch a game. We're losing. And you want to come and show us about stuff about TikTok that we don't care at the moment.
You know what? Oh, hold on. Rich. I feel like you should be paying attention to what's going on in the background there.
Sounds important.
What's going on back there?
You know, when you have 10,000 kids, you get used to it. And I'm pretty sure when you...
I'm pretty sure I heard a help daddy help. Like, that's okay? You're fine over there? You're still upset about the game.
I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine.
All right, man. All right, brother. All right. Hello. Good morning. Johnjay and Rich. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm listening to Johnjay and Rich right now. Can I go on like the radio?
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know what is the segment, a stupid argument. I wanted to talk about when me and my husband were moving into a house, and it was so silly.
Well, what happened?
Well, basically, I really wanted to move on the street, and it was called Firethorn. But my husband, he was like, it's all right, it's just so funny. My husband was like, no, but it's going to burn on fire. And I go, no, honey, no, it's not. It's not going to burn on fire. And then he starts screaming and yelling, and he's like, it's going to burn on fire. And then he's like, we drive by a gas station, and he's like, his sign, fuel, it's going to burn on fire, arsonist's going to come to our house. And I'm like, no, it's not. And he's like, then I'm going to be the arsonist and burn our house down. I go, no. And then I divorced him.
Wow.
Did you move on Firestorm Street just by yourself?
She moved to single lane. Single and dating avenue.
No, actually, I live in an apartment complex now.
No, okay.
Oh, my bad. I should have that.
You
Obvious.
should have known that.
Obvious. What's the street name?
Bella Rosa.
Oh, Bella Rosa. Uh-oh. Vampires.
Watch out.
Alcohol. Is that a wine?
That's Stella Rosa.
David, hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey,
Thank you.
You got something small that turned into a big argument?
Yeah. You know how everybody loves the Super Bowl and especially the commercials. So we're sitting down watching the Super Bowl, and all of a sudden this commercial comes on, and it's like, I don't know, cheerleaders showing their boobs or something. I'm like, I wonder what this commercial's supposed to be about. And she's like, don't look at that. And I know she's looking at me while she's saying that, and I said it sarcastically. I said, I'm not looking at that. Meanwhile, I'm still looking at the TV. And then got into a big argument, didn't speak for the rest of the night.
Because you were looking at a sexy girl in a TV commercial?
Yes. It was
She
like...
said don't look at it.
I don't even know what the commercial was about because I didn't get to see it to the end. She got all mad at me.
Was it the Carl's Jr. one? Is that what you said? I think it was Carl's Jr. I never saw the Carl's Jr. one. I know we talked about
I
it.
think it was the Carl's Jr. one. There was a separate one that was literally like a bunch of boobs.
Oh, it was a boob. It was for breast cancer.
breast cancer.
It was for breast
yeah.
cancer. Is that the one?
Is that what it was for? See, I still don't know. I know.
It was about getting a mammogram and getting checked. It was a serious commercial.
You could argue that you were trying to get the word out there for health.
Well, that was some way to get the word out because my wife got pissed.
Wow. All right, brother. Thanks for calling in, David. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Johnjay and Rich. Can I help you?
Hi, good morning. Is this Johnjay?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, I'm Brandy. I'm the girl that took a picture of you on Friday's Suns game. And I heard on the radio that you and your wife argue about leaving the game early. And I was actually at that game on Friday, and I'm disappointed if you left early.
Wait, when did I get a picture with my wife?
So that was on Friday's game at the Suns game, and I had direct messaged you. I found you, and you actually reposted it.
Oh, you sent me a picture of us. Okay,
yes.
Because I don't remember her and I posing for a picture. Okay.
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh.
I actually found you. I was actually like 15 rows up. And my dad has taken me to Suns games since I was like 5, and I'm in my late 30s. And we never leave a game early, but my husband and I were there. Uh-huh. And I wasn't sure if you left that game early or not. So
I left that. She left me early, and I was sitting there by myself for about 3 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
I know. And that game went into overtime. In fact, this is the story that started the whole little thing that turned into a big fight. She got mad at me because I wanted to leave the game early.
Yes, and I'm the same way. I dated a guy who I should have broken up a long time ago before I did because he wanted to leave a game early, a Suns game.
That's how you would have known.
I mean, now I know that it's a serious thing.
Yeah, it is a very serious thing.
I told I'll never leave the game early again, ever. I'll stay the whole time, and I'll just be grumpy as hell the next day on the show.
Especially that.
we're
And I
used to
did
it.
think of you.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thanks, Brandy. Thanks for listening.
Of
Thanks so
course.
much
No problem.
for sending me that picture. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Johnjay and Rich in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Before we get to entertainment news, a couple text messages real quick. Hey, Johnjay and Rich, Resident Alien Season 3 drops today. Oh, cool. Also, Peyton, you should watch Broad City. It's right up your alley. So funny.
Okay.
All right. So, Travis Kelce, what do you say, Kyle?
So he's been in the league for 12 years. His Super Bowl performance was not his best. That's what he said in interviews. He took a lot of responsibility for the Chiefs losing the big game, and he was reflecting because so many people have been asking him, is this it for you? Are you going to retire? Are you done with the league? And on his New Heights podcast with his brother Jason, this is what he had to say.
It's going to sting. I know everybody wants to know whether or not I'm playing next year, and right now I'm just kicking everything down the road. I'm kicking every can I can down the road, and I'm not making any crazy decisions, but right now the biggest thing is just being there for my teammates and being there for my coaches.
He says that's the most important thing. He's not going to make any decisions right now, but people inside, like on the inside in the Chiefs establishment have said, we pretty much know it from our core that was his last game. He went on to talk to Jason about how he wants to make sure that he is really in it and loving it and giving it 100%. And he knows that he wasn't really able to do that this year. It was really frustrating for him. And think about all the other things he had going on, like not just dating Taylor Swift and like traveling to go be a part of a show, but like he hosted a game show. He was doing TV stuff. He had, he's always had endorsements, but he had a lot more endorsements than usual, which takes a lot of extra time out of the facility.
Traveling around the world to party with Taylor Swift. I mean, that's a hard life.
My 2 cents, and I don't know anything much about his career. I never really heard of him until he started dating Taylor Swift, but you have highs and lows. And he did make it to the Super Bowl, so he had a bad showing. We have bad shows. It just happens.
Well, he talked about because he's been in the league for 12 years, it's really hard on your body. And he said, as I'm getting older, he's like, I actually have to dedicate more time in a facility to rehabbing and making sure that I'm at peak performance levels. So he's taking everything into consideration, which is, I think, what you have to do if you're going to make a huge decision like that.
Absolutely. And honestly, I kind of feel sad for Travis because if that is his last game, like, not only did he go out on an L with the Super Bowl, but he went out with an L with that velour sweatsuit.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to redeem himself.
Hey, speaking of Super Bowl clothes, what's the latest on Kendrick Lamar's jeans?
So everybody wanted Kendrick Lamar's jeans, right? It was like a whole thing. Like everyone was searching, and apparently they're like from this big designer, and they're $1,200, but they're sold out.
I went to the website on Monday to buy them. They're by a brand called Celine. They were $1,300, and I was like, forget that.
I know, but a lot of people weren't like, forget that, because now they're sold out. Can't get them.
They're women's jeans, and those jeans that he wore were actually meant for Timothée Chalamet. Did you hear that? They have they have the same fashion designer, the same fashion person,
That's so funny.
and she pulled them aside for Timothée Chalamet, and then Kendrick Lamar was like, let me try these on.
Oh, wow. I liked that style.
I mean, everyone liked it. That's why they're sold out. It's like the flare jeans have officially made their return.
Thank you, Kendrick. Thank you.
How about Wendy Williams?
Dude, Wendy Williams did this interview with TMZ, and they could not go into the facility where she's being held. So they had her via video outside the building. So you could see her on the phone from the street doing the interview with Harvey, right? And he's asking her all these questions about, like, I don't understand. So, like, do you feel like you are able to freely communicate with everybody?
No, I am not allowed to go out. I can call you, but you can't call me. What is the problem with me calling and talking to friends of mine? They're not allowed to come in here, friends of mine. You know what I'm saying?
Over the last, say, 30 days, how much time have you been able to spend outside in the fresh air?
I went out twice for my teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Get this. Because then Harvey goes, listen, this sounds crazy because even prisoners, like in jail, get at least an hour a day, right? You've been out 2 days in the last 30 days? Like, that sounds like a prison.
Hell yeah. Listen, this system has failed. This system has failed from top to bottom regarding this guardian and everybody involved with that. The system has failed. I want my freedom back.
I kind of get it. Because they talked about putting her under this conservatorship because she was like wasting money and all that.
No, they said she had a type of dementia that now they're saying there's no way she has it because that specific type of dementia, you never get better. And she's very clearly doing a lot better than she was 2 years ago when they put her under that conservatorship. So there's people in her life that are actually helping her try to get rid of it. And she actually just signed documents, an affidavit that she's like regained capacity to take care of herself. So the ball is kind of rolling to hashtag Free Wendy Williams.
I was going to say, hashtag Free Wendy. Let her out of this.
No, whoever's in charge, are they going to be like, how'd she get that phone?
Probably.
Click, no more phone calls.
Because in that interview, too, she was like, he's like, can you get your phone? Can you get an iPad? She's like, I've been asking for an iPad for I don't know how long. And they're like, no.
That's so
Well, screen time's bad. What about Hailey Bieber?
So there's all these rumors about Justin and Hailey Bieber getting divorced. And she's kind of finally sort of, I guess, broken her silence, because there was one recently that was like, she's so fed up with Justin Bieber and his substance abuse, and he's like very negative, and his like anxiety is like affecting her whole family. And apparently those are completely false, because she said, look, people have made me feel so bad about my relationship since day one. Oh, they're falling apart. They hate each other. They're getting divorced. It's like people don't want to believe we're happy. She says, I tried to think that like maybe you get used to it to a certain point, but this is what's going to be said, and this is how people are going to be. But I realize that doesn't actually ever hurt any less. So basically she's saying, no, we're not getting divorced. But when you keep saying that, just so you know, it hurts.
You're not helping the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, and it's almost like you're almost putting it in their mind that like, it's like, Johnjay, you watched The Secret a long time ago. It's like you're putting it out in the universe. Like you're trying to make it happen. She's like, stop trying to make it happen.
Yeah, if that last segment offended you, I am really, really sorry. Please email our management at yourmom@iheartradio.yourmom.com. It's Johnjay and Rich.
It's the love show, you guys. The love show.
Love show.
Everything's about love. And Peyton, you saw this thing on TikTok.
Yeah, I saw this girl on TikTok, and it got like 1.5 million likes on this post. And it was like, girls, you're going to hate me for this, but I don't feel like your boyfriend should have to ask you to be their Valentine. And the comments were like, no, you better ask me. And I was one of those girls that was like, you better ask me. So I was like, I'm curious what people think.
So you want your boyfriend to say, Peyton, will you be my Valentine?
I mean, maybe.
Oh, you do. You do.
Instead of Happy Valentine's Day?
Yeah, no. I think like Happy Valentine's Day, will you be my Valentine, with like a cute little card about how much he loves me would be amazing.
What about just a card? Like if you got a card on Valentine's Day?
That counts.
Okay.
I actually sent Scott a meme. I was trying to find it, and it's like, it's the Barbie scene where Barbie was like crying, and it says, when he hasn't even asked me to be his Valentine, he just assumes I will because we're married. Rude.
Yeah, exactly. Like the girls get it.
Corey, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Are you following this conversation? Like, what's your take?
Did
you just fart? You just farted?
That's her take.
She's like, I'm driving. That was my windshield wipers. You know.
Okay, good one.
Honestly, yeah, I blame it on the windshield wipers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think honestly, if it'll make your Valentine smile, it takes 10 seconds. Really, if something takes 10 seconds, it'll make anybody smile.
That's true. That's true. You make a good point.
All right, Corey, thank you very much. Christy Lee, what do you think?
Yes.
Are you married? Do you have a boyfriend?
I'm single, and I don't think that if you're in a relationship that you need to ask the person to be their Valentine. I think you just celebrate your love, and it is what it is. But if you are single, you have to ask that person.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I said my DMs are open, okay?
I don't think you have to ask, but I think it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Like it's like just because you're married or just because you've been in a long-term relationship, like obviously you know you're each other's Valentines. It's not like you have to ask to be sure, because if you do have to ask to be sure, you might have issues. But it's kind of like, it's a cute little way to keep things like fun and flirty.
Yeah.
But also,
totally,
you got to buy into this made-up holiday made by Hallmark.
You keep pushing that.
I hate when people say that. It's like, who cares if it's a made-up holiday? It's like, why wouldn't you want to spend an extra day focusing on your love? That's sweet. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that.
Okay, let's ask Jennifer has a different opinion on this. Go ahead, Jennifer. Your take.
My take is, I've been with my Valentine for a really long time, but it wouldn't even matter. I think the stupid part is that as soon as you're dating somebody and you're official, they're naturally your Valentine. What do you got to go and ask somebody to be your Valentine? My Valentine's sitting here. And
unless you have multiple Valentines, and then you get War of the Roses.
Exactly.
That's true.
Very true.
So Jennifer's like, you better be my Valentine, and you don't need to ask me.
No, for real. I'd be calling the War of the Roses for sure. But the problem is that I see is that I have kids who they feel like their girlfriends have asked them to do that, or have wanted that kind of like, just ask me to be your Valentine, or they do it. They present it in high school, but there's a high school thing.
Okay, wait, Jennifer, your Valentine. What's your Valentine's name that's right there with you?
Steven.
Steven?
Yes.
Steven, could you just ask her for us, please, to be your Valentine? See what she says.
Who is this, Johnjay?
Yeah.
I'd rather ask you, but yes.
Okay, then I'll be your Valentine.
Right. I'll send you a card and flowers, and then you can call me on War of the Roses. Jennifer?
Yeah.
You've always been my Valentine. Will you continue to be my Valentine from now until eternity?
I have it no other way.
I
cannot with those two.
You guys are awesome. Happy Valentine's Day, you guys.
You still better get her flowers if you're smart.
Thank you.
I leave quite an impression. You'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you.
Johnjay and Rich, now's the time to call to be our contestant to play a game for tickets to see Kelly Clarkson in Las Vegas. So call 877-937-1047. While we wait for contestant, a couple text messages here. You can text us anytime. You text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. Kyle was talking about getting chickens. This person says, I'm all about Kyle getting chickens, but instead of buying chicks, you should hatch them from eggs. It's my favorite kindergarten science unit here in Colorado. You can find incubators online. They can get the eggs from a local farm. It's a magical and amazing experience for the kids.
And then the chicks would like...
Yeah.
Would they like print on us because we'd be the first things? We'd be like their mama birds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
You
then they would
that'd
have
be
eggs.
really cool.
Unless they're all roosters.
Oh, yeah.
Johnjay Rich, I'm going to need you guys to watch Paradise on Hulu. Sterling K. Brown is so good. The show's a wild twist in the first episode. I've seen it. I'm in the middle of watching it right now. It is pretty good. Johnjay and Rich, little arguments that have been huge and still going on, by the way, is how funny I think Johnjay is, and my husband does not. I listen every morning, and I reference all of you like you're all my friends. I'm sure it's hysterical. By the way, I'm laughing at, COVID, when two videos played at the same time. Man, I said that yesterday. Went over your guys' head.
No, we got it. We laughed. We chuckled accordingly.
Johnjay Rich, Cobra Kai, it's here, finally. Who cares about Valentine's Day when you've got Cobra Kai and Captain America?
Did Grant and Nick hack into the text line?
I know.
And that's funny you say that because it's like, happy Cobra Kai finale day to Grant and friends. No mercy. All right, 877-937-1047. We need a contestant. By the way, first, I was telling you guys on Paramount Plus, Kyle, you brought up the original Dexter. It's called Dexter Original Sin, and it is the prequel to Dexter. And there's one episode left, and I went. I think there's 9 episodes, right? So episode 10 drops.
Oh, so it's
Today.
not all out.
Oh, drops
today? No, tomorrow.
Okay.
Friday.
So you're caught up. I'm caught up. I went to the original Dexter and watched the last episode of season 1, and it is so awesome how it's tied in perfectly to what's going on right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really neat. It's really neat because it's about his brother.
It makes me want to rewatch the whole Dexter series.
I know it does. So what did you think about where you are now? Because now you're caught up.
I'm like upset that it's a cliffhanger and I have to wait till tomorrow to see the next episode. And then I'm sad that the next episode is the last one of the season.
I know. And then it's like when you watch TV normally, like this would be a cliffhanger, you just go next episode.
I know.
But we have to wait a week. It's terrible. Okay. The game today. Sharon, good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm great. How are you?
Are you a Kelly Clarkson fan?
I am. Not like yesterday.
Oh, come on, Sharon.
Okay.
But I will probably be nervous.
That's okay.
This is Kyle's game. Kyle, we ready to play?
Yeah.
Let's play.
Netflix #1. Are you ready? Here we come. Netflix #1. Lights, camera, action, son.
So the game is Netflix, #1. I may ask you about Netflix. I may ask you about just things that are #1. And Sharon, you are playing for a trip to Vegas to see Kelly Clarkson at Caesar's Palace and Residency, a gas card, and hotel. So the stakes are very high. So I'm going to let Johnjay, Rich, and Peyton go first to give you a nice feel for the game, which will give you a leg up on the competition, okay?
Sounds great.
Perfect. John Jay, we begin with you. What is the #1 grossing movie of this year so far?
Oh, I want to say the Dog Man.
Correct.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. It's made $55 million so far this year. Rich Berra, over to you. The #1 show on Netflix right now is Surviving Black Hawk Down. Rich, what is the #1 show on Apple TV Plus?
I believe it is Beast Games.
Nope, that's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, you said what?
I said Apple TV Plus, but
Apple TV
you already
Plus.
got it wrong. John Jay for the steal.
Severance.
Correct.
Yeah, I started watching that too.
John Jay taking an early lead in the game. Peyton, over to you. You're getting ready for a big trip, and Sharon hopefully is also getting ready for a big trip to Vegas. So, Peyton, according to Google, what is the number one vacation spot in America?
Hawaii.
Correct. Followed closely by New York and Vegas, which you could be going to very soon, Sharon. And it is your turn, okay? Sharon, which American Idol is number one when it comes to net worth?
Carrie Underwood.
Correct.
Oh, wow.
I thought you might get a little tricked there, but you did not get tricked. Kelly Clarkson is a very close second, and you are playing for tickets to see Kelly Clarkson. Johnjay's still in the lead because he stole a point, but Sharon can redeem yourself next round. Johnjay.
Okay.
What is the number one best-selling Vegas residency of all time?
I'm going to either say Celine Dion or Adele.
Of
all time. Or is it Frank Sinatra? Is it going way back then? I'm going to go Celine Dion.
Correct.
No way. Wow. See,
Correct.
just talk out your problems. It's like a metaphor for life.
It all comes back to Celine.
Yep.
Talk out your problems, people.
She had a residency from 2003 to 2007 and grossed $385 million.
Did you see that picture of her circulating last week where she's having dinner with her future husband? She's 14 and he's 30.
Oh, that was so weird. But she loved Renee. Richard Berra, the
let's
number
go.
one longest running TV game show is?
The Price is Right.
Johnjay.
The Price is Right. Is right.
Oh, good.
This
Good, 'cause I was answering
blew
that
my
before I
mind,
thought.
actually. It's been running on TV consistently since 1956.
Dang.
And still holds up. Like, my kids love The Price is Right. Great job, Rich, but not enough to bring you into the lead. Peyton, what is Kelly Clarkson's number one most successful song?
I'm going to say Stronger because I feel like that was huge.
Steal.
That was huge, but it is incorrect. Rich Berra for the steal.
I'd like to steal this, but for Sharon. Sharon's points. I think it's Since You've Been Gone.
Oh, you
Independent
did
woman.
Sharon wrong, everybody.
Miss Independent.
Everybody. It is Because of You. And that's because it reached number one charts in a whole bunch of different countries, and it's also one of our most streamed songs on Spotify.
It's a great song.
Okay.
Okay, Sharon. This one's worth 4 points, which will bring you in the lead above Johnjay. So the stakes are very high. You need to get this correct. You may be going to Vegas to see Kelly Clarkson. In Vegas, casinos are all the rage, okay? In the casinos in Vegas, what game would you play to have the number one odds of winning?
Craps.
Ah, craps. You didn't get it. Anyone for the steal?
No.
And the win of the game.
I think it's roulette. Baccarat.
No, you guys, it's
Slot machines?
blackjack. And because you guys couldn't steal it, Sharon wins the game. You're going to Vegas, Sharon.
We did good. We did good by you.
Oh my God, thank you.
All right, so you get a gas card, $100 to get you to Vegas. We're setting you up for 2 nights at the Flamingo, and you get to see Kelly Clarkson's residency. Congratulations.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you.
You got it. Hold on. Great game, Kyle.
Fun time.
What's coming with 3 things you need to know, Kyle?
Scientists have now said what will help you have the perfect Valentine's Day. I'll fill you in next with Johnjay and Rich.
Coffee in hand, earbuds on Johnjay and Rich. You're up.
My most recent post is of my son, Kemp. They collaborated, his basketball team collaborated with me. They mic'd him up for a practice. And I've watched it so many times. I just love it so much. So I just kind of want, like, my son's video to be the highest, most liked video on the basketball team's Instagram account. So if everyone can go to, I'm collaborating. So if you go to Johnjay Van S and you'll see it, just like it, and make cool comments. Apparently, Dutch got into a fight with somebody on that thread, and they went back and forth for a long time. And then the person started calling Dutch bad names, and so then the school blocked the guy and cleaned it all up.
Rude.
I know. Anyway. What are 3 things we need to know, Kyle?
It's Valentine's Day tomorrow. So, for a perfect Valentine's Day, science says treat yourself with compassion and watch your relationships thrive. They say you can boost your well-being, reduce your stress, and create stronger bonds by just being kinder to yourself. On top of that, if you want your kids to also be kind, show them how by practicing self-compassion, not self-criticism. They say prioritize yourself and you will unlock deeper, more meaningful connections with the people that you love. It just takes you recognizing that you are a blessing to this world. And when you honor yourself, everyone's better for it. I like that. It's being more positive and just like knowing how like positivity is contagious. So science also looked at dogs, and they were trying to figure out the easiest way for dogs to pay attention. They actually found both pointing and staring at an object is the best way for dog owners to get their pets to follow directions. So you may look at something, your dog may look over there, but the point and look is going to be the most strong way to make them do this. Now, this blew my mind. Just imagine living in a $40 million mansion. Let that sink in. Where's your mind go? Life of luxury, right? That'd be so nice. Yeah. Like how wonderful.
Too big, I get my steps in.
You get all your steps in just in your house. It's just that you got like a pool, a gym, a cinema, a wine room, everything you could ever want, right? Except one couple was living in a $40 million mansion, and it turned out to be a complete nightmare. Once they moved in, they found out the house was infested with moths. And at one point, they were killing 10 to 35 moths a day. The moths were in their clothes. They were coming in the shower. This week, a judge actually ruled that the couple was entitled to give the house back to the seller because there were so many moths.
That's not like snakes.
Could you imagine? You're like, our dream home, a $40 million mansion, and just the moths are everywhere.
Shouldn't the inspector caught that? Like, when you get the house inspected?
In fact, part of the lawsuit was that like, how were they able to conceal this? You know what I mean?
That's insane. And you know what that reminds me of? I bet you that $40 million mansion was possessed and have demons because, you know, when you kill a demon in like a scary movie, they turn into moths.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that, but if I'm a
Or at
ghost,
least I think I've seen something like that.
I mean, I
did
believe
think moths are creepy.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I believe it. I'm with you.
Yeah, so I think that house was formerly possessed.
And if you're a demon, why not go to a $40 million house?
Right, why not?
That's true. Or a moth, for that matter.
Yeah.
A moth was like, this is great. This is fantastic.
Hang out in some strip home in a trailer.
Yeah, I'm glad they got
No
it
haunted trailers.
resolved. Yeah, seriously. And that's 3 things you need to know.
So we asked a bunch of kids what they thought Valentine's Day meant, and I'm going to listen to this, and I want to get to Kyle, being the mom of the show with young kids, how they're handling Valentine's Day.
When they go to fancy restaurants and kiss each other a lot. To love and they give things about Valentine's Day.
And Valentine's Day, my dad gets her some red roses and some chocolate, a box of, like a big heart chocolate box. Give each other flowers.
My dad loved my mom, and my mom didn't like my dad. They give each other school supplies. Well, they have both of their tongues, and they put it together.
Oh.
Wow.
Right on. How are you celebrating Valentine's Day with your kids, Kyle?
So I always like to do a cute little thing for my kids to wake up to. Like I do a little gift basket or whatever. And every year up until now, I've always gone on Pinterest and tried to be like the fun Pinterest all-out Valentine for their class exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, first I was like, okay, let's see the other Valentines that come home. There's the paper ones from the dollar store or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. And after 5 years of that, now that Addie's in 4th grade, you know, you got kindergarten all the way up. I'm like, I'm not doing it this year. Like, for what? For what am I doing this for? So I just got the ones that come with the candies, and we did it this year, and the kids are just as happy. The kids are just
I feel like the fun part of the Valentine is like decorating the Valentine's box, not necessarily the actual Valentine that you're giving to people.
I think it's like the fun part is like reading all the Valentines. And it's funny because like Addie is now in 4th grade, and this is the very first year where she was very adamant about seeing what each Valentine said, and she did not want to give certain volunteers or certain Valentines to boys because she was like, it was like one was like I'm crazy about you or something like that. And she's like, I can't give that to boys. Like, I don't want to send that message.
Setting boundaries early.
I think I'm crazy about them.
I remember that about in elementary school, my childhood. I remember, being like an introvert and not wanting attention and having to walk to every single person's desk and give them a Valentine. And it gave me a pain in my stomach. Because I was like, what if they take this the wrong way?
I know.
Right?
But it's like, so I was wondering when that shift would happen because Easton, he didn't care about what any of them said. He just signed names, whatever. Right. And I'm like, okay, I guess fourth grade. Fourth grade is the shift.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Fourth grade is the shift.
Yes, it is. And I'm like,
that's when you start to crush, I feel like, in fourth grade.
I think so, too. I think I had my first little crush in the fourth grade. But
I
is
remember
she, like,
mine.
picking out, like, she's, like, paying attention to what's writing on it, but is she like picking out the best Valentines for her girlfriends?
Oh yeah, she was like,
she's like, oh, like
this
or
one
she,
says
like,
BFF, so this one's definitely going to London.
Okay, cute.
And like,
because I remember that being a thing. Like if I was beefing with some girl, I'm like, you get the lamest Valentine.
You were beefing in the fourth grade?
Yeah.
You started beefing early.
I've always had haters, Rich.
Yeah. I mean, girls, it happens earlier than fourth grade.
All right.
I remember I got into a fight in fourth or fifth grade. And then I remember the next day we had to give Valentine's Day card. And then like the dude, I got my card from the guy. He was like, nice fight.
Nice fight.
I went back. Yeah, really cool fight, man. All right.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro Series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro Series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s Radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This April, binge these classics. The Whole 9 Yards starring Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry. Adaptation with Nicolas Cage and Meryl Streep. And The Fisher King with Robin Williams. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.